Okay, I want to say hi guys. So I should be talking to Kai and Rowan and oh God, did I forget a name? My mind is blanking on names. I do that a lot. I'm sorry. You can yell at me if you want. My mind is blanking on names. KR Lennox. Lennox is the other one. There we go. Okay, so hi Kai, hi Rowan, hi Lennox. There we go. So I'm going to start a screen share now. And it's going to be on this page for now. So now you can see my screen, and I'm going to go to the page that has our class stuff in it. So the first thing I want to start with is just the short vowels. I want to see how, I believe it's Kai who's learning to read, right? So, and even Rowan can watch this, even Lennox can watch it, especially for the short vowel sounds and stuff. That should be good for everyone. Okay. So today we're going to concentrate on the letter A. Now, our three first vowel sounds are going to be A, E, and I. And the reason I do these ones first is because they have a similar mouth function. So I want you to look at my mouth when I say A, E, and I sounds. Remember the sounds, right? A, E, I. A, E, I. We call these the smile sounds because you need to smile in order to make these sounds come out the correct way. So A is a smile and open wide, just like the doctor asks you to do. A. E is a smile and only open halfway. E. And I is a smile and you only open a little bit. I. Okay? And then we have O and U. And these are the O sounds because you make an O with your mouth. You don't smile. So the first one, O, is a big O with a big open mouth. Ah. And the U is a half open mouth. O. So when you do them properly, you'll see it like this. A, E, I, O. A, E, I, O. A, E, I, O. Okay? Want to try it with me now? Okay, smile, big mouth. Ah, ah, ah. Now let's do E. Eh, eh, eh. Now we do I. O, ah, ah. For you. Now let's try them all in a straight line. Just do the ah, We'll do it slowly, okay? Ah, ah, Again. Ah, Good job. This is something you can practice whenever you have time, okay? I'm going to turn off the note. I'll have to erase that, clear it. Clear. Clear. Okay, there we go. That worked. So this is a try to write your own page. You can print this page or you can make your own or whatever, but this is just to practice writing. Okay, so you would just be doing I'll pick a nice, something bright, I guess. I want to draw on. Why is it still showing me eraser? I don't want the eraser anymore. I don't want stamp either. I just basic drawing. So you're going to draw down, 2, and 3. Now, I think you know how to do this. Maybe Rowan needs to learn it, or Lennox can also watch this in the future. And we can draw a circle. It's not easy to draw on the computer, so I recommend using a pencil with paper, okay? So just do those as you want or if needed. If you don't need to, if you already can write very well, then don't worry about it, okay? Next up, we have a game. This game, you have to find all of the letter A's. Hey, it's cut off. There's an N here in the yellow line. Let me see if I can't get my original one up here. I can't see with this bar in my way. There we go. Engage my designs. I don't know why it's not showing the whole slide, but we'll go into edit mode and then we can see it better. Okay. Bum, bum, ba, bum, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum. Okay, it's being slow. So you're going to see the same pages we just did. I'm just going to skip down to the correct page, okay? There it goes. It's being very slow. That's the A one. And here we go. Here's the last one. So this is the one we were just looking at. I'm going to zoom out a little bit so you can see it. See, there's an end here. So when we play this game, and again, this is something you can print in black and white, or you can doodle on. Mommy can take or daddy can take a screenshot, and you can use drawing on your tablet or your iPad or whatever, and then you can work on this, okay? So you have to draw. You have to follow the letter A's all the way down to the end, okay? You cannot touch the letter C or the letter X or the letter E. You cannot touch these ones, okay? You can only touch the letter A's. So it's kind of like a letter A maze. And I see why it's not putting on the whole slide. It's because this surpasses the size of the slide. So I can actually fix that real quick just by changing the height of the page. See the blue box going down by my bottom A? Now, if I were to save it, it would work again. It would work properly. Hide the blue box behind there. Okay. Now, if I download it again, it'll work properly. But for now, that's how it is. So just follow the A's, follow all of the big A's. I just want to make sure you can recognize all your A's and then get to the end of the maze, okay? That's all we do for that one. We just get to the end of the maze. And then this one is a find. Ooh, again, that's going to be messed up. So let's change that settings. We're going to find the small a and circle them. There. Okay. So you just find the small a and you just circle all the small a's in the picture. Now I tried to make some of them hide a little bit better with the color of the picture, and some of them are a little bit more easily spotted. So make sure you get them all. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 small a's in the picture. So again, this is just a practice to make sure you can find and recognize your letter A. And for Kai, this should be pretty easy. For Rowan, this should be something that maybe she can do, maybe she's still learning, and then in the future, Lennox can use it too. So now we have the A sound. Now remember, it's a big smile plus a big open froggy mouth. Ah, ah, ah. Ah, ah, ah. Ah, 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 apple. Ah, 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 axe. Ah, 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 alligator. Can you do it? Let me hear you. You can record it and send it to me so I can hear you. I want to really, really hear you, okay? Pause if you need more time. Otherwise, we're going to move on to the next sheet. So I'm going to close this one because the other pages I did not make myself. So we're going to look at our CVCs, okay? Okay, well, that's okay. I have the file saved on my computer. Ha, ha, ha. I don't want to open that way, so I can just open it this way. I label it CVC, right? Or app. Did I put it in pictures? I'm going to put it in pictures. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Woohoo! Okay, so you know now that the letter A makes the ah sound. Do you know what the letter P makes? What sound does the letter P make? Right. So we're going to take these two sounds and we're going to put them together. Okay. So they're going to blend together. Ah, p, ah, p, ah, p, ah, ah, p, ah. Okay. So we know that this sound is now app, right? You know this is app. What is this picture? What is this guy over here? Maybe you said hat, or maybe you said cap, like a baseball cap. So if you listen to cap, cap, what is the first sound on the cap? We can look down here at the bottom. And let me see if I can't close this thing off because it's blocking my letters. I guess we can't. I only want to see this. I don't want to see this. Okay, that's okay. You can just, I'm pretty sure you could guess what letter it is, but if you can't, just let me know. So the other letters that are down here should be, let me see if there's a way for us to see that more. There we go, SCN. So I'll write them on the side, okay? So let me grab out my drawing tool again. We have the choices of M, S, C, N, or G. Okay, so cap. What letter do you think cap starts with? Cap. Did you say C? If you said C, then you're correct. Good job. So we would say app. Now this one, we have a nice little pirate treasure. I hope you said map. Did you say map? Yeah. Okay. What sound does map begin with? Map. Map. Do you know which of these 5 letters it begins with? Obviously, it's not C. We've already used the C, right? So what letter is it? Map. Did you say M? If you said M, then you are correct. App, map. App, map. We always put our sounds together. Oh, this guy is taking a... Did you say nap? Yeah. Okay. So what letter do you think nap begins with? Nap. Nap. You have S, N, or G. Which one is it? If you said N, then good job. It's an N. App, nap. App, nap. Nap. Put the N with the app and say nap. Okay, this one might be a little bit harder unless you've already learned this word. Sometimes from trees, we might have a big tree, okay? Sometimes people put a little thing in the tree, a type of tap, and they get some sticky liquid, sometimes like maple syrup and stuff from the trees. And we call this syrup sap. Sap. I cannot draw a bucket on the computer. Sap. Okay. So what sound do you think sap begins with? Sap. 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 Did you say S? If you said S, you are correct. Sap. 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 Okay. Oh, there's a big hole in this bridge. What's wrong with it? Do we know? Do we know what that's called? Can you guess? There's only one letter left. What's the last letter left? Did you say G? Can you make this word now? Can you read it by yourself? App. Did you get it? App. Yeah. App. Gap. It's a gap. So blending can be this easy if we keep practicing with each of our sounds, okay? Let me move back to the mouse. Oh no, I got to erase everything first. We. Okay, erasing is fun, right? Okay, now we move back to the mouse. So we're going to close that one out. And oops, the last thing we have now is at school. So this is a sight word story. And with a sight word story, you have special words that you need to remember. So our two words that we need to remember are we and will. So these are words that you're just going to remember because you have learned them. So the first one we have is we, which is W-E, and will. You just memorize these. Do you know why we only want to remember these words and not use g, ap, or w-e, or w-il? It's because these words you see a lot. We see these words all the time in English. We use them all the time when we're reading. They're some of the most frequently seen words. Frequently means that we see them a lot. So when you're reading stories, you might see these words a lot. So if you have to sound them out every time, w-e, we, w-il, will, it will make your reading very, very slow. So we just remember these words. We just put the picture in our heads and we just remember them. So do you think you can remember these two words? If you don't already, if you already do, that's great. If you already do, you can sit there and check them off and say, I know this one and I know this one. And that's really good. If you don't know them yet, then you can say, well, I know will. Oops, I erased everything. I know will, but I don't remember we. So maybe you want to add a star to show that you need to practice we a little bit more. Okay. So we'll move on to the next page and we're going to read this story at school as soon as we erase all the circles. So the third word in our sentence on these pages is always going to be with the picture. Okay. Let me see if we can get a good arrow here. Okay. So the picture is always going to match this third word, always, on all of the pages in this book. And the first two words are going to be our sight words, all right? So can you tell me what this word is? What is it? We will. What is this boy doing here? What is he doing? Maybe you said drawing. Some people say drawing, but actually if you look, he has crayons in his hand. So he's doing something on the picture with the crayons. Color, color. So you can see it begins with a C, and you know C starts with k, k. So that's your hint. You can see that it's a C, k, k. What's a word that means to use crayons that starts with a k, k? Oh, color. Okay. So instead of draw, because draw has a d, d sound, or instead of any other word, we would look at k, k, and we'd say color. You don't need to be able to read the whole word here. You only need to recognize the first letter and the picture. Okay. Let me erase some of these lines that are everywhere now. By the way, I have a blank slate in a moment on the next page. Okay. Now let's go to the next page. Do you think you can figure out this one? Let's see if we can figure out this one. What's this word? We will. What is he doing? What is he doing? Maybe you said building blocks, but again, let's look at this first letter here, and it's a P. What sound does P say? P, P. So use your clues. P, P, and he's got some blocks. So what could he be doing? He is play. We will play. We will play. Okay, next one. Looks like we can't line this page up as easily. There we go. So we've got our words again, right? We have, we will count. Good. We will count. Count. Now, this is going to be harder for this picture because she's just going like this, so it may not be easy to tell what she's doing. But it's count, and she's counting her fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We will count. Again, you can look at this C for a hint, but I think this picture is not as obvious. Maybe if it had a 1, 2, 3 here, maybe we could get count. But because it's just this picture, it's a little bit harder to guess. So if you didn't get count, that's okay. It's a harder word to guess, all right? Okay, let's see the next page. Wow. Again, I think this picture is a little bit harder to recognize what it wants, but if I do this, you might know. What am I doing? I'm not drawing, right? What am I doing? Write your name, right? I'm writing your names. We will write. We will write. So sometimes we can guess what's going on from the picture, and sometimes we can't. Sometimes the picture is not very helpful, okay? The picture is not very helpful, then you may need to ask for some hints or some help from your teacher or from daddy or dada, okay? What do you think this boy is doing? This one's pretty obvious. What is he doing? Read. Yeah, he's reading. Okay, let's read it. We will read. So how'd you do? Do you think this book is easy? Do you know these words already? Let me know, because I can't hear you right now. So you can make a video and show me doing the work. Show me how you are doing the work, or something else, or you can ask me any questions you want, okay? Because your questions will help me find how to help you better, all right? So I'm going to close this off here, and I'm going to say see you next time, okay? So let's do